Welcome back to part 2 of our fall activities around the fall equinox. We'll split this into 2 parts. 1, some fall activities, just daily, mundane, everyday activities. And 2, we will talk about what clans, tribes, or pagan covens in modern day do around the fall equinox. The purpose of this video is to see if I can bring you some of autumn equinox's balance and magic to your life. First, let's split these activities into 3 parts. Some mundane fall chore-like activities, some spiritual fall activities, and some personal improvement activities that most pagans choose to do in the fall. Mundane fall chores might be food gathering. All the clan or the tribe members gather to prepare for the harvest. This includes organizing communal work and resource distribution. With each tribe or culture being different, for example, the Sea tribe's focus would be on the bounty of fish and shellfish, while in Korea, traditional foods would include songpyeon, and so on. But food gathering is very important to prepare for the winter. Preservation, drying herbs, canning fruits, and storing grains. Preserving food like meats, fruits, and vegetables to ensure that they last through the winter. Then we would prepare our home and family for the winter. This includes making and repairing tools, clothing, and household utensils. Actions like putting insulation on the windows, cleaning the furnace ducts, or mending winter clothing, and collecting firewood. These are common chores. And as I said, for those that fish for food as a staple, boat maintenance would be very essential at this time of year. And others might be fixing their farm machinery or maybe vehicle maintenance because you want to make sure that your vehicle is okay during the winter months and being able to get you to the grocery store. And then, of course, we decorate our homes. We adorn our house with fall symbols like gourds or leaves or acorns. The equinox is a powerful time to bring items and tools in for cleansing and to restore balance to the items, our homes, and ourselves. Here are some spiritual things that most pagans or witches do that will make this happen. The best way is by either a crystal moonlight bath, as ocean water has both sand and salt. And then we come out to the fire jumping and smoke wash. But a bath with Epsom salts and in your private bathtub is just as good. It's just as good as long as you have some Epsom salts, candles, and some incense, and of course the water in the bathtub. When we do this cleansing, we wash away the year's stress. You can use herbs like lavender, chamomile, and rosemary for purification. Next, you can create an equinox altar. We set up our altar with symbols of balance, such as scales or an equal-armed cross, and we add seasonal decorations, and it's a meaningful practice. It creates a beautiful altar, don't you think? Sometimes we visit our family graves, cleaning the gravestones, offering food and flowers to the ancestors. We do a spiritual residue house cleaning and personal protection. People can hire us for this, and we can cleanse your home. Because residual energy from anger or negative emotions can get stuck in furniture and walls and corners in your house. So it's a good time to clean this out. Other things we might want to clean is our broom. Every year, some pagans know it's time to get a new broom or cleanse their special broom. It is done in a special ceremony which involves placing the broom under the moonlight at the end of the ritual. We use a broom made of natural materials to symbolically sweep out stagnant energy everywhere in our home, and it's very important to clean this out every year. Sweeping your space with a natural broom can clear out old energy, and placing your broom under the moonlight, well, it supercharges that cleansing effect. Smudging and crystals. We cleanse the living space with herbs like sage or juniper. For your crystals, we do a special ceremony as well, and then also we give them a moonlight bath. It's perfect. Just place them where they can absorb the moon's energy and they'll be refreshed and recharged. Crafting. Now, this is spiritual and mundane. So we make the harvest decorations for the special day now. And then we move on to our weaving, our making candles, blankets, socks, writing books or stories, or making pottery. Each witch or pagan, of course, has their own special talent. And so they focus on this. And this is preparing gifts for the gift-giving season that's coming up. In the fall, this is a major decision. This could be anything from mental health, physical health, or spiritual health. Some witches or pagans choose 2 more minor things, but not unless they can be reasonably achieved. The whole intent cannot overwhelm us. So here are some areas we might choose from. Adopting a easy, regular exercise routine, or a better diet, or perhaps we'd like to work on getting better sleep. We might take a hands-on cooking class featuring healthy fall recipes, or we might learn the health benefits of eating seasonal foods in the correct season, or we might discuss the mental and physical health benefits of connecting with nature. This could be walking or biking. Or we might choose to develop our emotional intelligence better. So we might work on developing better empathy through learning my nature-attuned listening or EQ skills by reflecting on our own emotions from our journals. Or we'll work on strengthening your relationships by expressing appreciation and understanding more. Another thing might be mindfulness and meditation practice. Maybe we've been slacking off, so we spend some more time and we slot it in, focusing on bringing balance back into our lives. We'll reflect on whatever we need to let go of and what we want to embrace. Or we might choose meditation sessions focusing on the changes of nature and see what comes. We definitely are into continuous learning. So perhaps we might read books or take online courses relating to our interests and learn more to help others, because witches are healers. So we could also just work on ourselves to heal ourselves by learning a new language or a skill. Some of us will choose to develop better time management for goal setting because we have been getting distracted. So we need to focus on time blocking and priority setting, and we will go to someone with proven strategies to help us do this. And we'll learn how to get smarter with our lives and time. This could be through vision boards for personal or professional goals or other types of charts. We will definitely, some of us, do gratitude journaling. All of this can reduce stress and enhance well-being. So again, it's all where you are in life and what you need. So they will explore the psychological benefits and practices of gratitude journaling regularly. Some might learn financial literacy. They'll educate themselves on the importance of budgets, investments, and savings, because they've never known that before. So they will find a teacher who helps with this, helps them learn how to make a budget, helps them learn how to put money away, even though it seems like you cannot, so they can finally plan to reach financial goals such as retirement or purchasing a home or even going on a holiday, which they've never been able to do. Some might focus on networking and relationships. They'll want to quit doing the same thing every weekend. They're bored, but they're stuck there. They're always attending events or engaging in the same type of conversations. So they will learn to attend new events and engage in meaningful conversations with new people and old people. They will find a teacher that will help them communicate so that they can offer help and value to others. They can learn how to nurture personal and professional relationships that they already have. Role-playing exercises to practice empathy and active nature's attuned listening. And then some of them will just go on nature walks to collect items like leaves and seeds and stones or whatever they find that symbolize balance and chains, and they'll put them into our crane bag and then take old items that have finished their purpose in the house and that we don't use anymore, and we'll get them ready to be regifted at Yule to someone who might need them. And finally, spend some time outdoors. Collect items that symbolize balance and harvest to you. Nature has so much to teach us about harmony. Collect items like leaves, seeds, and stones that symbolize balance and change and put it into your crane bag. We then take these old items that have finished their purpose with us and we don't use anymore and get them ready to be gifted again at Yule. Definitely on the big day, there's trade markets. This is the time where everyone gathers to sell or trade their crafts, and they're dancing and singing and entertaining. So they set up before everyone gathers in the morning, and possibly it could be 3 days prior to the actual event if it's a 3-day festival, depending on the scale of your group. This is the time of year where trials or counseling was done for judicial matters for both Celtic and Norse-styled groups. They usually set up a few days or maybe possible a few weeks ahead of the equinox, but everything must be done before the dusk of the equal day and night. The Celts had tribal assemblies led by the chieftains or kings, especially during the equinoxes and the solstices. Justice was administered by the Druids, focusing on compensation rather than punishment. The Norse had assemblies known as things, where freemen discussed community matters, and annual large assemblies called the Althing settled disputes and reinforced laws before the winter. And what about on the day, the special equinox festival or feast day? Well, in the morning, there would be ritual baths and prayers of gratitude before coming to the festival. And what is an equinox celebration without the harvest feast? They'd gather the seasonal produce and share a meal with loved ones in gratitude for the abundance of the season. And with sharing that food with each other, we are giving thanks to each other, to the gods, and restoring the balance of light and dark. We are settling grievances before the end of that phase so that the next year will be better. The various tribe and clan offerings are put out on the table, and we honor the gods and the land spirits with food and drink. Perhaps later there would be people creating corn dollies together from the last sheath of grain, symbolizes the goddess and the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Or perhaps this might be done earlier in the day. Then after supper, definitely there would be lighting a candle or bonfire to symbolize the inner light and the in-between of day and night. The candles or the lanterns would be lit from a sacred fire or bonfire. But honestly, you can do this too by just lighting a candle at home. Then people might settle in to hear the fall harvest storytelling from the ancestors who recount ancestral stories and legends of this time of year. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more insights on living a balanced, magical life. Thanks. I'll see you next week.